What would life be without laughter? I think comedians do this world a very good service. So I'm thrilled to have Jeff Estrela here, who is a stand-up comedian, and you're, just a great guy. Tell me a little bit about where you find inspiration for your jokes.
A lot of my jokes come from my personal life. I don't know if you know this, but I live with some roommates. They're a little bit older than me.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I call them when I'm on a date. They're my roommates.
Wait a second.
I live with my parents. Yeah.
Very common though, so people can relate to that.
Yeah,
right?
if you're Italian or Portuguese, it's very common. Yeah, but I don't live in the basement. I live on the first floor. I'm not a loser, right?
Of course not.
Oh yeah, no, it's cool. It drives me insane. I love them, but literally they're gonna drive me crazy.
Are they crazy and give you all sorts of jokes?
They give me jokes in the sense that they're just like an old couple. So they have that, when you're married long enough, you get to that point where it's just like, screw you kind of thing, and it's fun. But yeah, it doesn't help my dating life.
But who seems to react to those types of jokes the most? Does that appeal to most people?
It appeals to most people because they're like, oh, he seemed pretty normal. And then they find out like, yeah, it's first date only. So no second date. They just don't. Yeah, it doesn't. Well, he paid for the movie. That was nice.
Oh, the dating world is full of rich material, isn't it?
That's where I get a lot of my material too. Because I'm going to tell the audience, but I'm 39 years old. So I have been doing a lot of the dating, online dating, all sorts of. Yeah, your face says it right there.
Tinder and what are some of the other ones? Cupid something?
I don't know. I know, I say I don't know, but I know every single site. There's Tinder, Plenty of Fish. Actually, I wanted to start my own site called Desperate Singles, but Plenty of Fish already exists, so that not going to happen. But yeah, no, there's tons. There's like, you name it, they have it. So.
Are you out there on the circuit every night, killing it on stage, or do you have booked shows?
In the early days, I used to go out every 3 to 4 nights a week. But now that I've been doing it for about 5 years, more of the shows are more booked. So I'm trying to do longer sets too. So I did my first headlining this year too, though it was fun. So
that is fun. How long is a headlining?
Usually 30, do like 30 to 40. So, and that I got paid. So that's.
What?
Yeah, it was at Club 54, so.
Oh, in Burlington?
In Burlington, yeah, so that was a lot of fun.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it can either go really bad or really good.
Some people say when they're on stage, even though stand-up comedy is one of the most vulnerable things you can do, there's something about being on stage that they feel most themselves. Do you find that? There's
a moment when you're connecting with an audience that it's that level of, you've just told them something that should just shock them or give them like pause to be like, wow, that's something profound or deep. But that connection that you have where like, they get me. Or the acceptance where you're just like, okay, we're all on the same page, right? So when I do my humor, I always find that when you hit that commonality and you get that, oh, hey, I'm going through the same thing, it might be a little bit different. That feeling of laughter and connection, there's nothing like it.
That energy feeds you.
It feeds you, and if you're driving to a show, you start to know that you want it all the time when you're driving to a show in the middle of a winter snowstorm to do 5 minutes in Brantford for no money. And then you're like, okay, yeah, it becomes to the point where you're like, is this an obsession or is it both? Like, yeah, it's.
How long does it take you to write a joke? Some people write on stage, others are in front of the computer.
I always record my sets, so I'm always writing on stage. So if I come up with a line on stage, I have it. I'm not a traditional write in a notepad. If a joke comes to me, I'll write it down and then I'll just have the idea of it. And then it's usually, there's another crew in the back of my head that are working independent of my front brain, if you want to call it that. And so they're processing the joke for me, and then eventually it just pops in my head where it's not
And it will come to you on stage?
It will come to me on stage, or I'll have it semi-formed, and then something will just. Comedians are bad that way, where we'll test bits out on people with them knowing, just to see what the reaction, because we have the benefit of not being a painter. So a painter will paint and he's done, or she's done. Comedians, we get to go, you didn't like that joke? I'll take it back. I'll get you another one. And we can tweak it.
And everybody does it. That's something that never quits. I mean, Louis C.K. and
You're always
Jim Gaffigan,
tweaking,
they're still doing that
too.
Love it. Well, continue making people laugh
Thank you.
because it makes the world a better place.
I hope so.
And if we want to go see you, can we check out your website?
Yeah, it's www.jeffecomedy.com.
Right
Yeah.
on. All right, big things for Jeff Estrela.
Thank you.